Welcome back. Those were our money saving tips. We hope you've been able to save. Please start saving. It's very, very necessary that you save money. Now we have a guest in the house, and this time we're discussing something very, very important, especially to us ladies. Yes, we're talking about African beauty products. We have an African beauty product manufacturer in the house who is going to be showing us how to make some basic African beauty products that we are used to. Okay, please join us as we welcome Eregua Ahoy. Okay, I hope I tried. I let you okay, I hope I tried. Okay, please join us to welcome her. Okay, you can see the products. You can see Shear Butter and all the rest are black soap. She's here to tell us how we can make these things, how we can source the ingredients, and so on and so forth. Please, thank you so much.
Raja, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you so much
This
for
is
having me.
beautiful.
This is beautiful.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
All right.
Oh.
So, how did you go into all of this?
Okay, so my name is Erajwa Ahoy, and I'm from Ghana actually. And
Wow.
so, yeah.
We are Africans.
Yes, we are. We are African, so
Yeah.
we're all in this together. And I studied in Malaysia, and I did my undergrad and my master's there. And in 2016, I did an exchange program in South Korea.
Okay.
And I broke out very badly. I had a lot of pimples and spots on my face.
Okay.
And I tried Korean products, and Korea skincare is amazing, world-class products, but nothing worked. And I remembered I bought African black soap from Ghana, and when I used it on my face, all the issues I had with my face just cleared.
Wow.
And I started to glow, and that's the glow you can see up until today.
Wow.
So that's how that started. And unofficially, I started this business from that time. A friend of mine from Kenya saw my progress, and she liked it. And she was like, I have issues with my skin. I want to try, your products. And I encouraged her to do so. When she used it, her skin just cleared completely.
Okay.
And
So
that's
what
when.
products are we talking about now?
So that's the African black soap, and then the unrefined shea butter from Ghana,
Wow.
West Africa. Yes.
Black soap and
And
shea
shea
butter.
Yes.
Okay, so can you just at least the basic steps for those who want to go into it? Okay, because we know we use a lot of shea butter.
A lot,
I know
yes.
you said you have the refined and you have the
We have the
the
unrefined,
raw,
yes.
unrefined, and then you have the. So what are the? Let's start with the shea butter.
Okay, sure. So initially, as I was in Malaysia, I would just simply call my mom and tell her, oh, I need shea butter, and then she would send some over to me, or I would just go back to Malaysia with it in my suitcases. And so I wanted to find out where exactly were these products coming from. So the shea butter, this one here, the unrefined shea butter, it actually comes from the shea tree. And this shea tree grows a fruit, that's the shea fruit.
Okay.
Yes, it grows the shea fruit. And after you eat the fruit, you have a seed inside. So the seed, can I show the seed?
Yes.
Okay, sure. So this is the seed, this is the shea seed. When you crack this seed, inside it is the nut, and this is the nut right here. And this is where all the magic begins. So once you go through the process of washing this nut, you dry it, you grind it, and you mill it. You add some water, stir it, the mixture that you get. It evolves into a fatty paste that floats on top. And then when you boil it on fire, it now becomes into oil. And when it cools down, you get the unrefined shea butter.
Wow.
So it's as simple as you have explained.
I mean, it's not that simple. I made it sound simple, but it's a very rigorous process.
Okay.
And so we work with women cooperatives in the northern region in Ghana because primarily the shea trees, they grow in the northern region of Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah, so even last year.
I think we have them
Even
in Nigeria.
Yes.
Yeah, we have
So
lots
West
of them.
African countries, we are really
Yes.
blessed as Africans, honestly. We have so much natural resources that are good for our skin, our hair, our health. But we need to tap into it and just see the value that we have.
Aratua, I love what you are doing. An entrepreneur you are. Now, in line with the celebration of International Day that we just had,
Yeah.
talk to the women. We don't need to sit back at home and wait for our
Yes.
husbands to give us
Yes.
money. We
Yeah.
can use our hands to do a lot of
Yes.
things. This is what you're doing and it's flying already. Talk to our women all over the country.
Yes, this especially the steps if they want to go into this business, they want to start producing shea butter or black soup. What are the steps? Talk to
Okay,
them.
sure. So first, I'd like to say that everyone has God-given talents that we are blessed with. Now, you need to know yourself, know what you're good at. And so for me, I've always been good in, some things that had to do with beauty. Always had an interest in makeup, skincare, and design. And so whatever it is you're naturally good at, just tap into that. And specifically with regards to the shea butter industry, the first step would be finding out where can you source the shea butter from.
Okay.
You don't need to start from scratch because there are existing women cooperatives. Nigeria also has women cooperatives that produce the shea butter. And so just find those cooperatives that you can source from, get those ingredients, and do research on how you can actually create your own beauty product, whether it's for your skin or for your hair. You can get essential oils. So you need to do research. We as Africans generally, we don't really like to read, which we need to change.
So you're of the same school of thought, but
So
Africans don't like to
generally,
read.
But if you have anything you want to do, like such production like this, you have to do research.
Yes,
you really have to.
You do have to do research.
Okay.
Yeah.
So also go ahead, you.
Yes, and so for us, we're primarily in the retail and now wholesale industry. And so we do supply. If you like the ingredients, we can be contacted. But generally, you need to find out where you can get these products from. So first, cooperatives, share cooperatives. You can get that. You either deal with traders or brands themselves can also offer, their unrefined shea butter to you. And if you want essential oils, you can find companies that actually get those, that supply those ingredients.
Okay, so let's look at like you talked about sourcing for the raw material.
Yes.
Now, let me say, how expensive? Is it expensive to start? One wants to start this kind of business?
It's not expensive to start. I always advise people to start with where they are. As women, we like to wait for maybe men to take the lead or give us some direction, but we don't need to wait for men. And I'm not saying we should live a life that is devoid of the help of men, but you don't need to wait for a man before you can make it in life. And I'm not saying I've made it. I'm still on my journey, right? But then where you are right now, your resources you have, you can use it to get some product. Shea butter, you can get it low, like price wise, but I also am a person who focuses on quality. So I wouldn't want to compromise quality for a cheap price. Yeah, I live by
very
a statement.
important.
Yes.
Honestly,
that will be your signature.
Yes, exactly.
Very important. We are talking about shea butter and black soap here. Now, what strategies you're using to get to your target audience?
Okay.
Yes.
So primarily our target audience is individuals, primarily women, but these products also work for men as well because skin and hair, they know no gender. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man, you have skin, you have hair, unless you're bald, that's also fine. You can still use the product. And so we target primarily people who are between the ages of 18 to 45.
Okay.
And in this era, when I say era, I mean like 2024, especially the 21st century, with social media, it's a very effective way of reaching your audience. Yes. So the way I meet the target market is through social media.
Okay, do you think this for you, is it a lucrative business?
This is money.
This is money.
We are sitting in front of money.
So as Africans, we have all it takes to make all the money.
We do, and we don't need to sit around waiting for foreigners to come into our, countries. I do personally encourage foreign direct investment, but as Africans, we need to be the ones in charge of the resources we have. Shea butter is so valuable. The shea nut is so valuable. When you look into the companies that are on top, it's foreign-owned companies. When I say foreign-owned, I mean the West. They are dominating, and we need to change that.
Okay, so we'll be talking about shea butter. Let's talk about the black soap. How do you source the ingredients for your black soap?
Sure. So black soap is made of primarily 3 ingredients. That's the African cocoa pod ash, and then unrefined shea butter and palm kernel oil. You can add additional ingredients to the soap, but primarily those are the 3 ingredients that are used. So for us, we have essential oils that are added. So peppermint essential oil and lavender essential oil. So back to finding out where you can source these items from. There are existing companies that do produce the cocoa pod. Or that do harvest it. And so finding out where you can get that. If you'd like to get that, we do supply as well. But just do your research and ensure that the companies that you're ordering from are certified. When I say that in terms of standards.
Okay, what about if someone you want to produce by yourself, you want to source for the materials, raw materials locally?
Okay. Before she responds, I think let's go on this quick break. Yes, we are here and we are talking about African beauty products in line with shea butter and black soap that is before us. But let's go on this quick break. When we come back, we'll continue the discussion.
It is better for you to stay in your classroom, even if you are poor, but you are able to teach and deliver, the knowledge that you are supposed to do in the setting where it is supposed to be done. we need to have accountability. There should be transparency. There should be, commitment. There should be patriotism.
Join us this Monday at 12:30 for another refreshing episode of Heroes of Abuja and a repeat broadcast on Sunday.
Welcome back. The program is still Good Morning Abuja, and we are here talking about African beauty products. And the emphasis before us this morning is shea butter and black soap. Now you were trying to respond to the question before we went on that break, so you can do that now.
While she was talking, I was just, what was going on in my mind is, women and beauty.
And beauty.
Women and beauty,
Yeah.
And then you have the soap, you have the shea butter, you have,
complete package.
Complete package. You're glowing. That means we have all it takes. Honestly, and we don't have to spend so much.
Mm-hmm.
And as a woman or even a man,
Yeah.
you don't need to just sit down and wait for the millions to come before you can just say, okay, you want to start up. So this is business you can just start without waiting for. Okay, so back to the question I asked. So you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So it depends on how you want to enter the market. So for me, I am an entrepreneur of a business that is into retail and wholesale. Okay. So if you want to be a trader, you probably would have to source from the existing farmers, those that already produce it. Because you can also start your own farm. I know people who have started their own farms, but unless you have the passion for it, you may not be able to sustain that. Because handling a farm I don't think is an easy job, and you have to be patient. The shea nut, it actually takes minimum of 20 years to actually fruit. But now science has, come up with different ways, grafting methods that has cut that time short. But you need to have patience. So I wouldn't say wait and, have your own farm or start from scratch. Okay. So just go to the existing companies that supply. And
Areja, when you were responding to our very first question, you said that you had a lot of pimples. Yes. And when you get into this product, you realize that it became a history and you're glowing now.
And the foreign ones didn't work.
Did not work. No. I have an issue with shea butter.
Okay, what's that?
Some person says that when they apply shea butter, it darkens their skins. I don't understand. Since you're an expert in that area, talk to us.
Okay, so this shea butter, it's a very good product. However, there are a few people that tend to get darker, like she said, when they use it. And it's primarily two main reasons. One is the application method. Okay. So before you apply any product to your face, you need to cleanse your face well. So you need to wash it. If there's dirt on your face and you apply the product on, it's just going to settle on that and enter your pores and clog it. And it also affects the shade or the skin tone. And then the second thing is about using sunscreen. So shea butter actually has an SPF of 15.
Okay.
And normally you need to use about a minimum of 25 to 30, like 30 onwards. Okay. So it's advisable to apply sunscreen after you apply shea butter, especially if you're going into the sun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And now understand.
So let's look at the demand.
This is a very huge industry, a very, very huge industry. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. I'm talking about over $20 billion industry, yes. And now,
what are we waiting for?
What are we waiting for? This is an opportunity.
Honestly.
Yeah. So before, shea used to mainly be used for cosmetics, but now the trend is changing where it's also being used in food and also in pharmaceutical products. So there are different grades of shea butter. So you need to understand where you want to source your products from. Ensure that they're having the premium grade, and then you can also go into the food industry, and that has even more money, involved.
So the food, shea butter for food?
Yes, shea butter for food. You can literally spread it on bread. You can use it as a cooking oil.
Wow. This one is
now? Yes, this one.
You can spread it on bread?
Yes, you can spread it on bread.
Seriously?
You can add it into your soup.
I'm just hearing that.
Are you serious?
Very serious.
Okay.
It's very popular.
But not the refined one.
Not the refined one. So we don't actually deal in refined shea butter because the nutrients of the shea butter they're extracted, but the West prefers it because it smells less nutty.
Yeah.
So the unrefined shea butter has a nutty
raw
smell.
one has none.
Yes, but we as Africans, we know the value of the unrefined shea butter, and so we focus on using that. But the West prefers the refined shea butter.
Okay, for your product right now, what are you doing differently to stand out from others in a competitive market?
So that somebody who wants to go into it will also learn from you.
Yeah. So this market is very competitive, like you said. However, the ingredients that we use are premium ingredients, and also we source from women cooperatives. So last year, I mentioned in January, actually, I went to the northern region of Ghana to see who are the women making these products? Where are they getting it from? How are they living their lives? What can we as a brand do to help them? And so they mentioned, they have difficulty in sending their children to get medical help when they are sick. They do have a clinic in their area, but when the sickness is worse, they have to go to the general or the bigger clinic. And the transport is costly. They also talk about education. They're suffering to actually educate their children. And so we do want to have a foundation later on soon to support these women. But for now, we actually help these women through the purchase of the products from them. Yes.
Okay. So as we celebrate women, as we celebrate International Women's Day, yes, you heard her. So if you have an opportunity to help women, to do things to empower women, to teach them skills, okay, to lift women out of poverty, please go ahead. Okay, go ahead as we celebrate ourselves. Okay, now for somebody who wants to go into this business, what advice do you have for that person?
Advice that I have, if you want to go into this business, is to start with what you have.
Start with what you have.
Yes, right now, right as you are watching me this second or this minute, there is something that you have in you that you can use right now. So don't wait for tomorrow. Most of the time, people wait out of fear. They say, they are waiting
for fear of the unknown.
Yes.
Yeah, fear of failure.
Yes, and it's all valid, but you can do it. You can. For me, I was just trying to clear my skin in 2016. Did I know I'll be in Abuja in Nigeria on TV? No, but look at this. And it's not that I've made it. I'm still in the process. I'm still yet to make those big millions, but I believe it's coming. So just start with what you have, and also make sure that you don't compromise on quality. Don't focus on the price. Like if it's cheap, it's expensive. I live by a statement: cheap is expensive.
Wow.
You end up spending less, but you eventually spend more because the quality is not good. You have to replace it. So just invest. Think of it as an investment. You can spend more, save your money in the long term, and reap the benefits from that.
Wow. Thank you so much for your time with us on the program this morning.
Thank you.
We do really appreciate
it. It's as if we should not let you.
I'm on Niger.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we have been talking to Rajua Ahoy, and she talked to us about African beauty products, and she has advised us this morning: start from what you have and where you are, and make sure you don't compromise on quality. Now let's go on this quick break. When we come back, Good Morning Abuja continues. Stay with us.